Do you know how down bad I am, Micah?
No, tell me.
I'm going to Trader Joe's and buying their $5 six packs. No longer do I get to have any beer of my choice, That is how down bad I am right now, but let's get into it. Let's fucking go, people.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. Okay,
He's back.
I think I'm a boomer.
I'm back, baby.
I think I'm a doomer. Damn, I'm Mike the Zoomer. Okay.
You can all stop telling me how much I suck.
WHITE coming with the heat.
I stay fooling with my bot, my
Welcome to the Grillcast, the only podcast in the whole entire world dedicated to radical centrism. I am your host, Orion, returning to you, the people.
Wow.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for your joyous applause as I return to you today to bring the truth. To bring the truth that you've all missed so much. First of all, we can stop clapping now, people. Wow.
Yeah,
Jesus,
please.
too much. I want to thank Micah and Drunkman and all the other guest hosts who showed up to do my job in my absence and do it very well. You guys did a great job. I enjoyed those episodes.
Oh,
So thank you
buddy.
very much
I
for
appreciate
that.
That means a lot to me. My self-esteem isn't always the highest. So, when I get praise from a figure such as yourself, someone with your stature, it means so much to me.
Well, I'm glad that I could make your day there, buddy. I gotta rant a little bit here. I've been holding it in for a long time, folks. The fire deep in my belly that I've just been aching to get out, to spread to you all like my seed. I am back from Alaska once again, refreshed, rejuvenated, ready to record yet another banger show for your listening pleasure. But I'm sad to report to you all that it's not all roses. It's not all sunshine and birds in the sky. I return from this season of hard labor and dire financial straits. My Grillas, I'm sad to report that we caught less than half of what we caught last year, and at half the price per pound. Now use those big centrist brains of yours, use that calculator in your head, and you'll see that I'm monetarily devastated.
So, can I ask you a question? Did they make you pay for fuel for the boat?
Yeah. Yeah, because I get paid on a percentage, right? So I have to pay a percentage of the fuel. I have to pay for my flights. I'm an independent contractor. I'm my own boss, except for when I'm getting yelled at and getting called a retard for something that's not my fault. Then I'm not my own boss, so I'm out for a second. But structurally and pay-wise, yes, I am an independent contractor. So I'm in dire financial straits. I'm dying. I'm contemplating starting a shotgun. I'm down bad, people. But in this moment of desperation, I have but one crumb of solace. One beam of light in this long, dark tunnel called life, and it's this. My Grillas, I am right yet again. Let me go ahead and cue up this nice background music I've gathered for us today.
Oh boy.
For the true grillers out there, the hardened rank-and-file grillisha fighter, you may remember my triumphant return last year. Whilst interviewing rape supporter Rose Millay, I made a very pertinent prediction regarding the future of our country. That the repeal of Roe v. Wade would destroy the harvest. You may recall me passionately arguing that we had finally tricked women into allowing us to ritually sacrifice the most innocent and pure form of life.
Fuck.
Unborn children. And thusly we had pleased the gods of sacrifice and been blessed with a full harvest. Is it simply coincidence? Now that a bunch of fat hicks got it repealed and our harvest was cut in half? Am I to believe that somehow, for no reason at all, I returned home a broken man after the epic heights I'd achieved only 1 year ago? Remember this, my Grillas. The wingcucks can take almost everything from you, and they'll constantly conspire to do so. They'll take your harvest away. The right to scramble your innocent unborn child like an omelet away. They'll take your speech away. They'll take your guns away. They'll take your gainful employment away. Your child drag shows away. But there is one thing that they can never take away. The fact that you were right, yet again. The light of rightness shines upon them and exposes these demonic messengers for what they are. Agents of Satan sent upon this earth to test you. Through these trials and tribulations, always remember that you were right and that you were never ever wrong. Revel in your correctness. Do it smugly. Chortle at them. Laugh at them. Look down upon these lesser beings and never let them extinguish the flame of always being objectively correct.
Hard cut. Hard cut.
There we go.
Yeah.
God, I wish I could fade that out.
Dude,
and make it a little.
Oh my God, I'd completely fucking forgotten about that. That whole bit. I mean, that whole prediction that you had made. You're 100% correct. Jesus Christ.
Dude, I'm a soothsayer. I'm a fortune teller.
Has anybody gotten into contact with Iowa? We need to figure out what the corn situation is. Oh my God. Do you know what will happen if we don't get enough corn? We won't have corn syrup. Do you know what that means? No Coca-Cola, no soda, no sodies.
Dude, no goy slop.
No
Dude, we run out of corn syrup. No more goy slop. The country's over. I am the harbinger of truth here. I am the light in the tower, shining, saying, avoid this. You turn back now. But it might be too late, Micah. We might be done. It might be completely over, and I'm sad to report that. But here I am today, bringing you the truth. I brought you the truth a year ago. I brought it here to you today. Just remember though, as long as you're objectively correct 100% of the time, that's all that really matters in the end.
That should be the new Grillcast challenge. What else have we, for those, any of you who have analoged any of our talking points, what else have we gotten correct? You don't need to tell us what we've gotten wrong. We haven't gotten anything wrong. I would know. But what else have we gotten correct?
Those were all like epic jokes and being like cool and ironic and like detached and stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah, exactly. But if you know which things we've gotten right, let us know. We'll make a little compilation video.
A little segment out there, you know? A little segment that the viewers can take a part in and enjoy. So,
yeah, Jesus Christ. You know, I should have cared. I should have cared more about abortion rights.
You should.
On the bright side, I'm allergic to salmon, so this doesn't really affect me personally.
You're allergic to salmon?
Yeah.
Dude, you are not a white person. I'm revoking your Mayo card right now. What the fuck? Allergic to salmon?
Yeah, it's the only allergy that I have.
I really hope you never reproduce, dude. That's a genetic anomaly. That should not exist in our ecosystem.
I agree.
But okay, you're like, I'm working on it.
Salmon's delicious. I agree.
Well, to get back to the program that we have scheduled here a little bit,
the show.
I want to show you what happens when you capitulate to the Wingcock mind virus. What happens when you allow them to feast upon your body, like the parasites they are, when you don't revel in your objective correctness, but instead capitulate to the mob and let them take that from you, because at the end of the day, that's all you have. Recently, a streamer that I've never heard of, his name's Fauci? I don't know. It's so weird. Like, every time I go online, there's like 5 new streamers that apparently have like 10 million subscribers. I'm like, I've never heard of this guy.
These people sprout out and get canceled so fucking fast. It's unreal.
They have to be made in a lab, right?
Like most things, yes.
Everything's made in a lab. That's Centrist Rule 101. But, so basically this guy, he enters my radar because he made a terrible error. He really, really fucked up. My Gorillas, he uttered the name of Nig Oldemort whilst rapping along with his favorite song. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? What is a man to do when he commits such a terrible blunder? Does he laugh and go, oh, my bad, G? Does he donate to build a St. Floyd statue in the local playground as an apology? What do you do in this situation? I will show you what the weak, broken man does. Let's find out together, my friends.
This guy's black.
Apparently not.
It's beauty in the struggle, nigga. I never use that word. I swear to fucking God, this isn't content. I never use that fucking word. I've listened to rap songs every day on this subathon, and I always change it out for brother. I had a tweet that literally said, I hate when street.
Bro.
First of all, come on, man.
It's okay.
Let's get real. Clearly, you say it all the time. Don't you fucking lie to me, dude.
Yeah.
Everyone does it, you know. Like at least while rapping in the car by themselves, along with their favorite song.
I usually whisper it, you know, even if I'm by myself.
I cover my mouth so no one sees.
Yeah.
Look, I'd believe it if he had at least copped to that. If he's like, "Oh yeah, that was a mistake. I don't do that on stream." But no, I just don't buy this. The only people who don't say nigga when they're rapping in the car, it's the people who like wore masks when they're in the cars by themselves, right?
Yeah, the reason he's so worried about this, you know, it's obviously purely socioeconomic factors. Okay, he's worried about his income here and his status and income. Excuse me, socioeconomic. There we go. Well,
yeah, I think that, you know, I guess I would say that that's pretty obvious. You know, it's all about the money. That's what it's to protect his income, his job security. It's because he doesn't want to be castigated and banished to Rumble. No, nobody wants to suffer that fate, right?
Is it really that bad? Is it really so bad?
But here's what I ask you today, my Grillas. At what cost? At what cost? Sure, he may live to fight another day, but not as a man.
No.
He lives to fight as a eunuch, simpering, pleading. All he wants is to be spared. Oh, please, let me live. He's like a slug, begging not to be stepped on.
Please, massa. Sorry, massa. I didn't mean to.
Sorry, massa. Oh, please. Oh, louder. Look, these online careers, they fade and burn as fast as they were established. And on Fauci's deathbed, he's going to have to contend with the fact that he gave away the only thing that he truly ever had. Once his money is gone, his fame is gone, his totally not gay appearance is gone. What does he have left? He would have had his honor and respect if he was honest, but he couldn't muster it. He'll have nothing. And he'll have to die with that as his final thought. I lied about my use of the N-word. Could you imagine?
Yes.
Could you imagine? Yeah. Could you imagine suffering such a fate, Micah? Wait, what?
I mean, no. I said no.
Okay. Glad we're on the same page here.
I can't believe that.
Yeah. Well, you know, here's the thing. Those are the depths that you can fall to. When you sacrifice your sense of righteousness, when you cast away your honor, your duty, your respect. But I want to show you the other side. I want to show you the heights that you can achieve, my friends. Based New York City Mayor and African-American Eric Adams, recently he put out an absolutely banger speech, one that the historians will be writing about for thousands of years. It'll go down in history as one of the best of all time. And this is because he's maintained a sense of righteousness and honesty and integrity that he didn't let anyone take away from him. So let's hear what it looks like to stay winning, folks.
Committed, I'm focused, and one thing I am immune to, I'm immune to hecklers. I've been heckled all my life. As a little boy, as a police officer, as a state senator, as a borough president, as the mayor, all I know is all my haters become my waiters when I sit down at the table of success. You can after the press conference. After the press conference. Go ahead, finish.
Yeah, shut up,
Thank you
bitch.
so much, Mayor.
She thinks she can get fucking put in. She thinks she can slide in there. That's on Bernie Sanders on the stage. He's not just gonna tip his head down and cuck out. No, Eric Adams, absolute king. He's done it again, folks. Listen to him. All of his life, he's had wing cucks attacking him from all angles, telling him where he could sit on the bus, asking him to stop blasting rap from his phone speaker, but he never capitulated.
I really thought he was going to say as a nigga. But no, I do have a lot of respect for him as well. And you might not know about this because he's been gone so long, but there's been a huge fucking like migrant crisis in New York where they're just getting like thousands and thousands of people and they're like putting them out on the streets and they're just like, oh, we can't fucking deal with this anymore. And he's actually getting a lot of shit from Democrats for basically agreeing and saying like, yeah, we got to stop this. we can't be doing this anymore.
Exactly, because he's his own man.
Yeah.
He's not.
He's living
he
in
just
reality.
Said it. He's always had people coming after him, always. But he continued on his path of righteousness. You know, he's never surrendered. Even now, with this breaking news that you're telling me.
Yeah, he's being
all
called.
Of his haters.
He's being called the next Donald Trump.
All
it's
of his
true.
Haters
Black
are his
Giuliani.
waiters.
Actually, that was my favorite one.
The new Giuliani.
Black Giuliani.
He's just up there talking about his haters becoming his waiters while his hair melts off his head.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty based.
Yeah.
But just think about all of his haters now being waiters as he sits down at the table of success. An epic line, one for the ages. Oh, how they sneed as they fill up his goblet with ethically sourced adrenochrome. A luxury they could never afford to enjoy.
Yeah, no, I think generally...
Oh, how they seethe when Eric Adams tips them nothing because he is black.
Yeah.
How they must cope when they realize their belligerence could not affect the trajectory of this base radical centrist king. I'm sorry, go ahead. It's a rule of threes, Mike. I had to finish the joke.
No, it's fine. I just think, it's just another case of Wincucks wanting to keep a brother down.
Exactly. That's what it comes down to, you know? That's why they are the way they are, and he won't let it happen. If you keep that mindset, that grind set of, I get knocked down, but I get up again, Wincuck's never gonna keep me down. If you remember that base mantra, if you just repeat that to yourself, you will never, ever lose.
Yeah.
You'll always have that. So, I guess that's, that's been weighing heavily on my mind.
Has it?
Yeah.
You missed a lot,
man.
man.
Yeah, this concept.
Yeah. I'm surprised you have so much.
I missed a lot.
Yeah, no, you have missed a lot. I mean, Trump going to jail, and they're teaching kids in Florida that slavery was good for blacks. It's actually been a pretty centrist month.
That's an interesting concept, slavery having been good for blacks. Because, would you rather be a black person in America who's, great-great-great-grandfather had to work a field or whatever, or would you rather be in Somalia?
No, that's like the totally valid and cute position. But what they're teaching apparently is they learned useful skills at the time. That in case maybe one day when they're freed, they could do something with that.
Well, the thing about the slave trade is that's where the African Americans learned their.
That's the wrong talking point.
No, I don't think it is, Mike, because that's where they learned how to. They're a very musical people, I'll say. And where did they learn that skill? It's when they had all that time sitting around, barely even working in those fields to, make songs together. Free at last, thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. I mean, how hard of work could it have been if they're writing fucking albums? If they're spinning discs and shit.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, how bad could it have been? It's revisionist history,
but
I think.
I agree that it's being blown out of proportion. But it's not a great look. It's not a great look to be saying those things. But no, I mean totally correct. If I was in Somalia today, I'd be thinking God fucking damn, I wish my great grandpappy was a slave.
Yeah, that's a cute and valid opinion.
That's just all I've been seeing on the news lately, and it's just starting to piss me off.
I did see the thing about Zognald Blumpf being arrested for the 100th time, getting his 100th indictment. I was seeing that in the news.
It's happening.
And, a lot of people are celebrating. A lot of people celebrate good times. Come on! Joe Biden amongst them.
Mm-hmm.
He recently took to Twitter to celebrate this 100th indictment, the 109th indictment of his mortal enemy, Donald Blumpf. And rather than post a 5-paragraph all caps essay on True Social like some cringe idiots would, he instead, he kept it short and sweet. He said, I have one comment to make about this. It'll be insinuated. Let's make the Wincucks melt down. And I kind of want to cover that video and show you what Joe Biden did that's upsetting the right so deeply.
Joe Biden.
Dude.
I like my coffee dark.
Dude, it's dark, Brandon! Dude! I like my coffee like I like my help. Dark. Look, Joe Biden, do you think that they, like, tried to explain the meme to him and,
No,
like, looped him in on
absolutely
what's
not.
going on?
That absolutely did not happen. I can assure you, 100% certainty that did not happen.
He has no idea what the fuck he's doing.
They gave him the cup and they said, "Read the line, Bart."
Hey, this is gonna make Zognal Jump sneed. And he says, all right, let's go for it, dude. Say no more. Because he's a busy guy. He's doing a lot of things.
Yeah.
The economy and such.
I would be surprised if there was actually coffee in that cup, because I feel like at this point, at this stage in his life, caffeine would stop his heart.
Yeah, probably. But he's a powerhouse. I think he could take it. I think he could take it.
I do respect Joe. I respect Joe Biden for being a tool. I do respect him for that. He's an extremely useful tool.
Yeah, because there is no way that, he came up with this idea. He knows his place. He knows what he's about. And once again, this is somebody, he didn't sell his integrity because he never had any.
Yeah.
That wasn't part of the deal,
No.
You don't have to sell your soul when you were born without one.
Satan outlined everything very clearly way back in the 70s.
It's been a long time coming, my Grillas. And, so this short little video comes out. Predictably, the rightoids sneed. They cope. They mauled. Perhaps even dilate. And, Fox News reacts to this. Fox News gets a hold of this and lets us all know why, actually, this isn't based funny.
I'm expecting
cool.
a whole, like, State of the Union type response from them.
I mean, essentially, right. Because it could come down to something as simple as, like, yeah, it's kind of cringe when, like, old people do memes.
Yes.
They could just say that, and that would accurately describe the situation. But instead, in typical Wingcuck fashion, they choose to sneed and seethe and cope and dilate. So let's watch that reaction and let me know what you think.
If I'm a Democratic Party member, I'm embarrassed because he's actually doing his Democratic Party a disservice. Dark Brandon is not funny. I mean, that's actually a really dark joke at the expense of the American public. Like, I don't think it's funny. And Brandon is not a compliment. So that's all he's got to go on is take the worst insult that he's adopted through his presidency and make something of it. And while the red beaming eyes, Emily, I do agree, would be very cool. I also think it's really
when did they start letting
the
fat
fact that,
women into
all
Fox
of this news about Hunter Biden this week and
Joe
Biden was buried by the mainstream media because
wait
of
a
the
second.
indictment.
Wasn't that Fox News' whole thing was like no fat chicks allowed? Wasn't that their whole idea? The whole thing that set them apart from everyone else? What the fuck? Yeah, you know what I like, Micah? I like white women who are made out of plastic and fat. I like them dissecting jokes. Them getting a real master of comedy there to tell me why actually Dark Brandon is offensive and targets a large portion of the constituency. Oh, I didn't think about it like that, and I never will again, you stupid hole. What is this? Why?
Also, like,
why are we here?
I mean, I think I kind of think it's innocent enough. I mean, we all remember the images of the patriotic Trump, masse paintings, where he's like on a fucking bald eagle or a tank or something, waving like the American flag and shooting a gun.
And he's like yoked.
And he's like totally buffed out and shit. So I mean, what's wrong with
Dark
Dark Brandon?
He doesn't have a double chin. Yeah. I look at those pictures. It was like a different time.
It was.
These people, it's like looking in a museum and being like, wow, these people sure had a different idea of what was cool, They had a different perspective of reality.
You know about all of us?
No. I was never a wingcuck. What? No. Nuh-uh.
Okay. No.
But, speaking of the past, Micah, if we're talking about the past, a museum of sorts to go through, I'd like to close out the show. God, I should have grabbed more stuff. By talking about a past that was taken from us, a future that no longer exists for our children, and that is the death of McDonald's. My Grillas. I was reading Twitter.com, and a very smart and poignant post came up. I'll pull that up now. So, a Twitter guy, not familiar with them. His name's Amiri King, owner of DreamlandTranquility.com. Over 1 billion views, 310 million YouTube views, father of 5 daughters. So, Clearly his seed is weak, but regardless, he makes a very poignant post. He says, "This is my local McDonald's. I just left there without ordering, and I'll never eat or order from there again. Let me tell you why. First off, you see those McDonald's arches right at the top of the building? Right underneath those arches was a big play place for children to frolic and interact and get molested in. Tunnels, slides, tic-tac-toe, the whole 9 yards. It stood for decades. Parents would banter and gossip about small-town news, sports, and happenings. And then, with no rhyme or reason, they tore it down." They also thought it would be a good idea to repaint the building from a bright and inviting white, yellow, and red to Siberian prison rape gray. Why? Why, you may ask? I don't know. Regardless of the gloom doom paint job and prison industry vibe, about once a month I'd still take my toddler there for some fries and an ice cream. It's simple, easy, and inexpensive one-on-one time. Wait a second. Isn't Twitter supposed to be like short form stuff?
Yeah, but you can pay for more characters now. Thanks, Elon.
Jesus Christ, man. This guy needs to get to the point. I took my kid to McDonald's.
Also, it's X now, not Twitter. It's X.
Yeah.
We're Zeeting now.
Yeah,
we're reading Zeets.
That's cool. That's extreme, man. That's some extreme stuff. Anyway, it's simple, easy, and inexpensive one-on-one time. Today I took Riddy inside, and the building has changed even more. Instead of 5 registers, there were only 2. Where the other registers used to be is now a brick wall, with little windows for people to pick up their food. Oh, the horror! Oh, the humanity! Anonymously, and without interaction. Just, period. Like, period. Prison. No smiling faces. No greetings. No welcome to McDonald's.
Yep, just you, me, and the McDonald's glory hole.
There's also a sign by the little windows that reads, "If you need help, notify an employee." So it just kind of goes on like that and that. Him complaining about it. After about 5 long minutes of leaning over the counter and yelling, "Yo," counting second for second. So this guy's just sitting there counting to 300 like a spurg.
Harassing
a young girl emerges
yeah.
from the back with a frappe in one hand and a bag of food in the other. She says, "What can I get for you?" I look down at the food in her hands. This is just ridiculous. I said, "Honey, go run your food." I walked out, never to return. We are no longer human beings. We're no longer valued customers. We're just an order number. Nothing more. I refuse to spend my money at any establishment that operates on a similar format. What the fuck happened to society? What the fuck happened to customer service? What happened to human interaction? What happened to fucking McDonald?
Well said.
I read this deep and riveting post, and I can't help to yearn for a world that I once knew where I would go to the Goyslop factory, and there would be bright, enticing colors, so that I would ask my parents to go there more. Then I would get toys, and go to the play place, and contract viruses from other sick children who were in the ball pit as well. This glorious society that we're all missing, whereupon I could go there and socially fill my life thanks to this corporation and the space aid provided me. What happened to the humanity? What happened to the 16-year-old smiling at me as he served me his order because he's geeked the fuck out on weed? What happened to that, man? It's almost like this corporation didn't care about me in the first place. It's like a bad breakup.
That when I'm hearing you talk about it, the color palette swap is the most like jarring and unexplainable thing to me. That's the one where I'm like, they're trying to fuck with us. That's what really does it for me.
I know what this one is.
Okay.
It's because I wanted the sleek, modern look. They're like, oh wow, Chipotle is really, really beating our ass here. Subway, they're gaining on us. They don't have all these colors
nobody's that fucking stupid to think that anybody cares about that.
They do. They do this market research. They get people, and these fat mongoloids are like, oh yeah, I don't know, I'd like Chipotle. And then these overpaid nerds who get like $300,000 to decide what colors McDonald's.
But then they still
is.
use their fucking classic colors for their like brand recognition shit and advertising and logos because they know that those are the colors that attract people and make them want the food, etc. So that it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Everybody wants food under red and yellow. Communists, Burger King, McDonald's, Domino's, all of these inspire hunger. I understand that. But look, at the end of the day, when I read this, it's like this guy wrote an essay about the fact that
On
the
Twitter.
corporation isn't sucking his dick the way that he wants them to anymore.
Huh.
He hasn't ceased his McDonald's because they've changed. No, the real patrician of McDonald's has stopped going there because a McDouble and a McChicken used to be $2 a mere 10 years ago. Now $5 for me to make my delicious McGangbang? A 250% price increase?
Indeed.
What? That's the patrician's choice. That's the capitalist's choice. That's somebody who's thinking about where their money is going. What this man's thinking of is being sold feelings. He wants his childhood sold back to him. It's the peak of consumerism. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. He wants a place. Look,
I see what
here's
you're
why
saying.
Here's why they took away play places. It was because too many kids got molested there. I guarantee it.
So you're saying that this is more so they're just dropping the act. The corporations are.
Yeah.
Because to me, like the whole like commercialization of convenience, like on the one hand, I don't like human interaction, but on the other hand, if you work in customer service, the last thing you want to deal with is a person who just couldn't fucking deal with a automated system. It is the absolute worst fucking thing to deal with ever.
You ever see boomers trying to work with those things and they're like tapping it? They're like, come on!
Because they don't
pissed
fucking get
off,
it.
dude.
It's such a fucking awful experience all around. And it's not even like the boomer. It's not all boomers, like Gen Xers now too. Like suddenly don't understand how that shit works. I'm like, what the fuck? You're not even that old.
And then the poor employee will go out there, and the boomer or Gen Xer will always have like some dialogue
all
like
their
this
rage.
guy.
Yeah.
You know, when I was a kid, Ronald McDonald would wipe my ass when I went to the bathroom here.
Yeah,
what are you doing for me?
Whatever happened to the good old days where you could talk to a real human being? That's this guy. That's this every single person like that is this guy just not expressing it on Twitter. And just to not.
Why don't you just get your goy slop and get the fuck out, dude? Why don't you talk to somebody who cares?
Why don't you use DoorDash?
You know?
Why don't you use DoorDash and Uber Eats so you don't have to subject yourself to this dystopian misery?
Well, yeah, use DoorDash, and then when they show up, you just hold a $5 bill in your hand and you can ramble at them, because then they're looking at it. They're like, oh God, there's my tip. I can't be rude. They'll like, their eyes, it'll like flicker down to the $5 and back to your eyes. Will get slightly more uncomfortable, clearly wanting to leave, but you just hold them there hostage, because that's what these people want. They want to hold these people hostage. They want to hold them hostage in a situation they don't want to be in. Yeah. And look, I don't get it, because when I worked in customer service, I liked talking to people, you know? I'm a jovial guy. I'll go on a 5-minute rant. You think I keep my rants to this show, people? Everybody in my life experiences this badly, worsely. Jesus. I don't censor myself for YouTube in real life, my grillas. Okay? They all get it bad, but they all come out enlightened at the end of it. I want to also read a couple comments here, because some people, you know, they have some ideas about why it is McDonald's has chosen this path of just getting you your goy slop and getting you the fuck out of their store. Twitter user anti-WEF responds, BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, Berkshire Hathaway, WHO, WEF happened, and we let it happen. So this guy legitimately actually believes that Klaus Schwab and the rest of those ghoulish pedophiles got together.
And the World Economic Forum once again.
Oh no, the World Economic Forum.
We will take the balls out of the pit.
We will take the slide from the children.
Drain the color from the buildings.
Drain the color from all of it. Make there be no boy toy and girl toy. No gender toy for the children. This is these people's minds. They're broken. They're buck broke. A man named Bob comments, they tore it down because parents would banter and gossip about small town news, sports, and happenings. Can't be having those kinds of things happening. Might want to talk about things offline that can't be monitored. ...
Hey, look,
they took
buddy.
them away because they couldn't monitor you in McDonald's.
You think
dude.
you're that? You think you're that cool? Okay, you think your Facebook post puts you on a watch list? Let me tell you something, son. You ain't seen nothing.
The next Munich beer hall push is going to be in fucking a McDonald's lobby. And they just didn't let it happen. Yeah, that makes sense, you fucking idiot.
Oh, man. That's rich.
Dude, I read these people say this stuff, and it blows my mind because they believe it down to their core. It's the essence of the Winkuk. It's the nature of them to deeply ingratiate their belief system to such a point where everything is the boogeyman. It's all BlackRock and the WEF. It's all the government monitoring on us. It's all the Jews. Everything. Including the corporate decision of, these play places are kind of like, a big liability and like a kid got molested there. We don't want to get sued again. Let's just get rid of them. Yeah. No, it couldn't be that.
I don't really get the McDonald's glory hole, so I'm never going to get behind that.
You're never going to get behind it? Will you get in front of it? That's a real question.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, man.
Any glory hole's a goal, as they say.
Fucking...
So, my Grillas, that's about what I have today. Mike, you have any final thoughts?
I did, actually, just because I was kind of getting interested in putting money into... can you hear that?
No.
Okay. I was kind of getting interested in putting money into crypto again, just for shits and giggles. And so I was like looking up different coins. And you know how they like refer to some of these coins, like the really insignificant ones, as shit coins?
Yeah.
Well, it kind of made me wish that someone would make a new crypto and just call it shitcoin to fuck with the algorithm. Because I'm almost 100% convinced that people would make it valuable.
Let's look up shitcoin right now, because I think that exists. Shitcoin price. Oh, yep. Yeah. Yeah, it's worth about 63 cents. Started at,
Oh, man, I thought I was clever. Well, fuck it.
Yeah, sorry, bro. It peaked in 2021. It's getting a little traction. You could invest right now.
How about a pee pee poo poo coin?
Let's look up pee pee poo poo. Pee pee poo poo coin. Yes.
God damn it.
Yeah, that exists. That one's not doing so hot. Market cap $2,884.31.
We need
price of 0.000000000029 a unit.
We need a new shitcoin. It's revolutionary because it actually deconstructs its own blockchain. Like it just deletes things. Like it just destroys your crypto wallet as soon as you get it.
I feel like that would take off.
Yeah.
People would love to lose their life savings for the joke of it.
Yeah.
For the comedy. I think that would work out.
Yeah. What would we call it?
I've thought about making Grillcoin before, but then I was like, oh yeah, I don't know how crypto works because I'm not gay. So
that's also valid. Well, anyways, those are just I was thinking about that, but now that I know that those are already things, I feel stupid.
Well, you shouldn't feel stupid. You were a little late to the game, but that's okay. Great minds think alike, and some great minds constructed those various shitcoins that, you're so excited about just mere moments ago. Your heart crushed, your soul vanquished.
Like, come on, man. Pee pee poo poo coin.
You would think so. You would think so. But that's how it goes sometimes. It's really great to be back in the saddle, to be there for my Grillas once again, to have received so many kind messages of support in my absence. I really appreciated that from some of you people and your continued support of the show. I also appreciate Micah for continuing to support me interrupting him all the time. So,
yeah, of course.
Sorry about that, buddy.
Hey, you're fine. Dude.
All right.
There's a dick and a vagina coin already.
Yep, the market's saturated, bud.
All right,
Wait a minute, is there an N-word coin? Wait a second, we're cooking now.
Oh, yeah, there is. Yep.
Yeah, god damn it.
Fuck. Well, we'll get back to you on this when we find a ridiculous coin name that does not exist. We will update you all.
Yeah, it looks like it's never been used. It's a dead coin. It's a coin that's not working hard. Can you believe it? All right. Well, with that, it's good to be back. Peace out, my Griller.
I'm old as a boomer. My mind said I'm zooming. Everything cooler, long as I'm not Laura Loomer. If you think I'm not number one, I done spelled that rumor. Hit that victory royale on some motherfucking coochie. Default dance on a bitch. Hit the default dance on a bitch. Floss dance while I'm flossing in a whip. Victory royale when that chopper hit. Self-incrimination, I have no participation. News keep asking, I don't say shit. You can't have my conversation.
God, it was kind of hard to get back in the swing of it.
You
a little bit.
You did great.